everybody, welcome to the Black Sheep Props channel. I'm Steve and I'm here to teach you the tips, tools, techniques, and materials for building your very own super cool EVA foam props. Now in our last episode, making an EVA foam line launcher part 1, we went step by step through a bunch of this build. We got the whole sort of brass knuckles handle built. Got the detail on the grip, we built the whole center section, we layered it up, we've got the bulk of it done, and it was totally easy. You can totally nail this. Piece of cake. And so now in this episode, making an EVA foam line launcher part 2, we're going to knock out all these gizmos around the end. Kind of looks like one of those sextants that sailors used to use like in olden days that you looked through, but it's not, it's a line launcher. Go figure. Like I said, in this episode, making an EVA foam line launcher part 2, we're going to tackle all this stuff and we're going to wrap it up and we're going to seal it and paint it. That's right, 2 episodes. Nice. Alright, so enough of me yapping. If you're ready to hit it, let's make something. Alright, here's a bunch of our pieces now that we have transferred over to foam. We're going to start building all the contraptions around this thing. We've got several different thicknesses of foam. We've got some 2mm, some 3, some 12, and a bunch of 10. So we can go ahead and cut the 2s and the 3s with an X-Acto knife, but we're going to hit these 10s and 12s on the bandsaw, and possibly the scroll saw. Alright, there's all 4 of those. Now we're going to come in and knock out these as well. Alright, now we're going to do those 3 as well. Alright, there we go. We've got all of our small pieces cut out with the X-Acto knife. Now we're going to take, Now we're going to take these over to the bandsaw and the scroll saw and knock these out. Alright, we scroll sawed these 2 12mm pieces, and now we're going to hit these 10mm. Alright, there we go. There's all of our pieces cut out. Now we can start assembling this. Alright, now we're going to seal these. Alright, there we go. These are nice and tight now. Now we're going to begin assembling these. Really easy stuff. A little super glue on there. Smooth it out with a piece of foam. And we're going to come in and we're going to line that up with the edge here and here. Alright, just like that. Okay, that's what we have now. Now this is why we did all this. Because now we're going to come in and attach this piece, and we're going to have this hollow piece all the way through it, like that. Slid it around till we had it exactly the way we wanted it. Look at that. Wow, is that a cool piece. A lot of steps though to create this thing, but looks good. So now this is going to come in and go right about there like that. Wow, really cool. Really cool. All right, let's assemble this one now. All right, now we're going to come in with these little 1/2-inch pieces, the 12mm. We're going to come in and we're going to stick them right here just inside the edge like that. And we're going to hold it while it bonds. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Really cool. Okay, now we're going to come in and we're going to make our marks so we know where we're going to be gluing. So this is going to come right here. All right, there we go. Nice. All right, let's make a mark on this side now. Really nice. Kind of complex looking, but it hasn't been that tough. Wow, look at that thing. All right, there we go. Really nice. Let's do these now. Now we're going to put these little tiny details on. Now we're using super glue for everything because these are really tiny little details. A lot of detail in here. That is really nice. All right, now we're going to get a little bit of super glue down right here. We're going to take these itty bitty tiny little plugs that we made with the hole puncher, and we're going to get these, we're going to come in, we're going to stick them right down there in the middle like that. All right, see that in there? A little rivet right in there. We're just going to do the other three now. All right, here are the pieces for the two little round details that are going to go up here on the front end. So we have some 4mm, some 6mm, we have a 12mm back here, and we have 18. We're going to be attaching these. All right, so the thinner ones we can cut out by hand. So we can cut these 4mm out by hand with the X-Acto knife. All right, just like that. Now we'll do the other one. All right, there's those two. And we're going to pivot around our circles. All right, there we go, just like that. That is perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be sticking this 6mm piece to this 12mm piece, just like that. But before we do that, we're going to knock these big 18mm guys, this is a 3/4 inch, out on the bandsaw. All right, there we go, look at that, perfect. All right, now we've got most of our pieces ready. Now we're going to be sticking this. But what we're going to do first is we are going to round off the inside of these circles. All right, there we go, just a slight little round edge. Now we're going to stick these down. All right, give it a few minutes. Now we've got our Sharpie marks here, which make it easy. And we did that because we didn't want to cement inside those holes because we wanted it to look clean in there. All right, now we're going to come in with this template and we're going to make a cut. All right, there it is. We're going to knock those out on the bandsaw. All right, check that out. Really cool. All right, now let's get our dust mask on again. Okay, now we're going to round off all of our edges. Now we're going to get our 220 out. We're going to clean up the sides where our saw marks are. All right, there we go, beautiful. Now it's time to seal these. All right, there we go. We got it in the center. All right, there we go. Okay, now what we did is this, took another 10mm piece of foam and we're gonna put it right in the center of each one of these. And what we did is we came in with our template, the template that we used for these curved pieces. And we cut the one end off on that curve and we left the other end straight. And we're gonna stick these on just like that. So let's flip these upside down. All right, there we go. Now we're going to get this in the center. That is pretty close on the first shot. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is this. We are going to feed this through the opening because it's the 10mm gap. And we're going to slide that right in to where, let's see if you can see it, to where that support we just cut touches right against this piece and it looks like it's connected in there. Look at that. Sweet. All right. Slide it in there. And we've got it in. Now we're going to push these two against where we just got the super glue on our piece. And it's going to bond there. That's legit. It looks like it's going through and connecting there. All right, let's just do the same thing to this one. There we go. Crazy. That is. All right, now we're going to take this foam dowel. This is a 3/4 inch foam dowel. And we're going to come in and we are going to use our box cutter. And we're just going to slice right through it. Just like that. There. All right, there we go. 2 pieces. These are going to be details that are going to go on the end right here like this, but what we're going to do first is we're going to round the edges off. All right, there we go. Look at that. Nice. They both of them have rounded ends on both ends. Now that's going to come in there and have that nice finished look like that. All right, let's glue these on. Right there and right there. All right, there we go. Give it a couple minutes. All right, there we go. Look at that thing, man. That thing is crazy. What a cool little prop. I love this thing. Wow. Jamming. All right, now we're going to take our circle guide and we're going to do right there. Four different times, and then we drew a line straight through it like that. And we're going to curve right around. All right, there we go. Now we're going to come in with our straight edge, just like that. All right, let's see what we got here. There's 4 cool little half rounds. We're going to come in with a little bit of super glue. We're going to put a tiny little puddle down, just like that. Get the bottom of it wet. And we're going to come in right here and we're going to stick it down. All right, sweet on both sides. All right, now what we did is we took out our little hole puncher and we punched out some little teeny little holes in a 3mm piece of foam, and this is what we got. We got this teeny tiny little rivets, and I mean tiny. Just like that. All right, there we go. Now we're going to come in up here on this top area and we're going to put this down and we're going to hold it there while it bonds. We're going to do 2 of them on each side, right there and right there. There we go. All right, there we go. Look at that. Little tiny details. That's exactly what we wanted. Now we're going to do it on the other side. Okay, now what we're doing is we have been heating up our wood burner. And we're going to make sure it's hot. Oh yeah, it's hot all right. Be careful with this thing, man. It's a skin peeler. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to come in and we're going to put a little hole on the ends of each one of these pieces. So we're going to come in real carefully. Just like that. Nice. Let's spin this one around. Do the same thing. Look at that. Very cool. Really nice. All right. That brings the build portion of our line launcher to a close. Okay, we're out at the spray stand. We're going to spray our line launcher with our Plastidip. And you know what we always say, do not spray even outside in a well-ventilated area without your respirator. All right, check that out. Took us a while. We had to hit inside a lot of little crevices and hidden areas on this thing because there's a lot of little hidden spots. But you saw how you just turn the can different ways. You use the fan to cover the wide area. You turn it sideways to get the skinny part of the spray to get into some of the areas. But just be careful, take your time, don't spray too heavy, build it up slowly, and you get a good cover. Look at that, looking nice. Okay, we're out at the spray stand. We're going to spray our line launcher with our flat antique nickel. And do not spray even outside in a well-ventilated area without your respirator.
All right, check that out. Our flat nickel looks fantastic. It's got a metal look, but it's not too metallic, not too shiny. Flat nickel. Wow, nice. And you saw how we had to kind of get at that thing from a lot of different angles because there's a lot of little hidden areas in here. But looks like we got pretty good coverage everywhere. I don't really see any spots inside any of the little cavities that got missed. That looks pretty good. Nice. All right, we're just going to let this thing set up, and once this is completely dry, we're going to come in with a brush, and we're going to hit our just a couple of blue metallic spots. Not going to be difficult. We just got a couple areas that are going to have our blue. So we've got out our metallic turquoise. We've got some different size brushes and our foam brushes. We're going a little bit on our foam brush. We're going to come in here around the handle, and we're going to get the top face of our hand grip done with our blue. All right, there we go. We've got our blue on the face of our handle. Now, same thing. We just got to really be careful not to hit our silver. Go around the edge carefully with your sponge brush, just like that. All right, there we go, just like that. Now just keep going around both of these. All right, there we go. Those are the places that we can sponge brush all the way around our circle details, around our handle. Now we're going to go in with a brush to get the edge of the grip and the edge inside here and the center details. And that is going to be super easy. All right, that's it. Going around the edge, now we're just going to go all the way around the edge of our handle. All right, so there we go. We got all the way around the edge of our whole handle. So we've got one coat down. We'll probably go over it with a second coat with the brush. All right, there we go. We've got the inside edge right there done. Now we're going to do the same thing on this piece. We're going to hit all the way around this circle in the middle, just like that. Take your time. All right, that was it. We just took our time. We went around the outside. Now we're going to take our time and we're going to go from the inside out, like that. All right, there we go. We've got one layer down. All right, there we go. 2 coats of blue. Looking good. Now all we have left is this tiny little gold detail that's down in this crevice. So we're going to have to get in there with a small brush. We're going to come in with our gold. All right, so we've got 1 coat of gold down in there. We didn't hit any of the sides either because we're using a skinny little brush. And also, so you just take your time, skinny side in, then turn the brush once you're in there. There you go. That's it. All right, there you go. Check it out. See the gold stripes down in there? It's pretty cool. All right, we're going to let it dry. We'll hit it with a second coat in there. Okay, there we go. We did a couple coats of our gold. We touched up any little spots we might have hit. Man, this thing is looking good. Super simple paint job. That's it. And with that last little gold detail, that brings our Batman line launcher build to a close. Yeah, very cool. There it is. You saw us knock out all the rest of the gizmos on here. Kind of had to really be careful, plan it out. You saw how we had to layer up these sections here to get that little see-through area. A lot of what looks really intricate, but as you were sticking it on, you could see that it wasn't. It was kind of simple. It just gives the impression that it's super intricate. Just be careful, and you can totally nail this. And then you saw us seal it and paint it. Really easy paint job. We sealed it. Took a little while because you got to turn the can different ways because of the spray. You know, has to go inside the little cavities and stuff like that.
wide spray for the whole area, turn it sideways and get the skinny spray to get inside. Be careful, don't go too heavy, do it light so you can layer it up. You don't want it to pool and get super drenched and start dripping, because then you wrecked it. And then you saw the paint job, really easy. We sprayed it with our nickel, which is a really cool metal look, not too shiny. And then we went in with the brush, and a sponge brush and a regular brush, and hit the little blue areas and the little gold stripes inside here. Pretty cool, man. Not bad. Love this thing. Really cool. Like it. All right, so that concludes making an EVA foam line launcher part 2. Hope you liked it. If you did, give us a like, share us with a friend, and subscribe to this channel. And together we're going to go step by step through a lot more super cool builds so that you get the props you deserve. Thanks for coming. See you next time.